Batman fans, comic book fans, cinephile fans, rejoice. Holy I can't believe what the we got. Welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Confessional, and this is Dave from Nerdbox, and I'm accompanied by my wife Jen, also from Nerdbox. And on this episode, we are going to talk about the Batman. So fire up that Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
There's a rat loose in Gotham, and the Riddler is intent on flushing him out through a game of chess with the world's greatest detective, Batman.
That's all you need to know.
Yes.
So we got home from this movie about an hour ago, still talking about it with people.
Yes.
It is amazing.
Yes.
And before we really dive into it, gotta say is, wow. You know, we have Spider-Man in December, you have Scream in January, and now you have the Batman in March to start March off.
Yeah.
What an amazing slate of movies.
And you can ask my husband, Batman is not my favorite. Well, it's not his favorite either. I mean, we're more Marvel fans. So Batman is definitely not my favorite. And when I do watch DC or Batman, my favorite Batman has always been Christian Bale. He will tell you that. He can attest to that for years and years and years. Always been Christian Bale. I don't know, Robert Pattinson, I think he pushed him out of that. I really do. Robert Pattinson is highly underrated, and he proves it more than ever in this movie.
So this movie is what some people have hinted at. It is a combination of a comic book movie and a horror movie.
Yes.
And a crime boss mafia movie.
Yeah.
When I think about this movie, a couple things come to mind. The Departed is definitely one of those movies. Like, oh my god, if Scorsese did a comic book movie, this would be it.
Yeah.
Because it's that good. Matt Reeves smacked it out of the ballpark with this.
Yes. Absolutely.
The cinematography, fantastic. Oh. We switch between third person and first person views at the right time. Close-ups are amazing.
Yes.
There are scenes in this movie, and it's not just because we're on IMAX, but it pulls you in. It's like, oh my god,
yeah,
am I riding the motorcycle?
Yeah,
what's going on here?
Yeah, oh yeah, and some of the scenes where he's like propelling off of buildings, I'm like, okay, I can watch this, and I'm not afraid of heights. So when that happens for me, that's pretty good because I'm not afraid of heights. So,
and I have to probably say, other than Kevin Conroy from the animated Batman series, this is the darkest Batman since Michael Keaton, and he kind of blows it away. And the internal struggle is out there in the film. And we get to see the detective in this movie. So a lot of great acting and a lot of great storytelling in this film with these characters.
So even though there's been many great Batmans, I mean, Michael Keaton was amazing. Like I said, I love Christian Bale. Robert Pattinson really brought the dark side to it, like the internal struggle that he's been going through his entire life with the, the murder of his parents, and then like what was his dad really into. So yeah, I mean, Robert Pattinson really showed that internal darkness, and it was so good.
And if you're still hung up on the vampire that glows playing Batman, go check out Good Times.
Yes, and there is an Easter egg to that in this movie too.
Yes.
So
there's a couple of Easter eggs for that movie in this movie.
There is. So that's how you know that it's good.
If you see this movie, you leave it wanting more.
Yeah.
Go find that film and watch it, because it's going to be a great follow-up to this.
Yes, definitely.
For his performances in the movie. And then let's talk about the villains, right? So the Riddler.
Oh my god. The Paul Dano. Holy fucking shit. Like, this guy, I mean, I'm sorry. First of all, I don't know how old he is. Mid-30s, I think. He still looks like a kid, even in this movie. And they really played on that with, like, the glasses, like, the clear glasses. Like, he is so underrated. Paul Dano is fucking amazing. He really is. He is just, like, I know this is a comic book movie, but he gave me the chills. Like, he creeped me the fuck out. He really did. Because he's just that good. He really comes off as like that crazy person.
Yeah, it's If you've seen the movie The Prisoners,
Mm-hmm.
there's a scene in that movie where he leaves his house with the dog and goes to walk the dog.
Yes.
And he's like...
Picks the dog up because, like, the dog is not cooperating, and he just picks it up and he's, like, yelling at it and holding it by the leash. And, yeah, he can be a crazy bastard. And he shows that in this, and... people were not talking during this movie, and we were in a packed house. The theater was maybe like 10 seats left in an IMAX, so it's big. That's all. The only thing I heard was Paul Dano this, Paul Dano that. Oh, he was in this, he was in that. It's the only whispers I heard, because he really is that good.
Yep. You know, he's done a lot of great roles, but if there's one that busts the door open and introduces you to him in other films, this is the one.
Oh, definitely. He is just... I have chills thinking about it now. He was so good. He really was.
So action, amazing.
Yes.
That dark, creepy vibe, that grungy vibe.
Oh yeah.
My God.
You felt that throughout the entire film, and I know he was really enjoying that because he loves that grungy shit. So, but you feel it throughout the entire film.
Yes.
Even in the happy moments, you could feel the darkness. So.
Was there really happy
moments? Not really.
I
mean, there was a couple of moments where it was like, oh, this didn't happen.
Maybe it's Batman happy, which is not often.
Yeah, not often. Only when he was getting kissed, and that only happened a couple times.
Yeah.
So.
Chemistry in the movie between all the characters is amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Definitely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just delivered and hit it out of the ballpark. Mm-hmm. So you have like... Well, we just raised the bar with Spider-Man No Way Home, and we just raised the bar with the Batman.
We did,
so when it comes to superhero movies, I don't know what you can do to top this. But I will say this, right? I mentioned it to our friend Marcus a few minutes ago. Batman the Animated Series, The Heart of Ice, the origin of Mr. Freeze is probably the best episode in that entire series. It's dark. The origin for that character is dark and it makes you feel for him. I would say Matt Reeves, go film that episode, make it into a movie because it's on that level. If you like The Departed, you're going to like this movie. If you played the Arkham games, my God, this is the Arkham games on screen. So it has all of those wonderful elements. It pulls from every single thing that's out there with Batman before. And there's a scene that... harks back to the 1989 Batman where there's a reveal of something really wonderful. As kids, it was like, oh my God, look at that! And there's that same type of reveal with something else. When you see it, you'll kind of understand what that is. And it was just so cool. Just that they see it and hear it and just, it's just an experience.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing experience to watch.
Yeah.
Can't boast about this enough. So let's jump into the ratings.
Okay, so my rating is I would see it again in the theater, and I'm going to, because we're going to go take our girls to see it.
When I think about it, it's probably a lot of influences that Matt Reeves has had in his life from things that he's loved, and he just kind of pulled it in, because even the beginning, like I was mentioning to you earlier, it's like, the beginning felt almost like the beginning of Dexter. And you're getting to hear Dexter talk about his dark passenger and go through that stuff. And we kind of see that with Batman, which is a pull from the comics. So my rating's the same. Definitely go back to watch this in the theater again. Yeah. It's very close to getting that golden popcorn, right? I've only had 2 movies that are in that top tier, Secret Window and The Last Night in Soho, that just hit you from all that angles. And this is very close to it.
Maybe when we see it a second time, maybe we'll give it that. We'll see. But we could upgrade, because we have done that with movies. We have changed our ratings. So, you know,
like
we'll see.
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, okay.
And Malignant.
No.
Anyway.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notifications or don't. We'll still be there. And keep sharing. Please keep sharing, because that's what it helps us. Definitely.
Yes. It's a down week in movie reviews because nothing's coming out, because everybody's afraid to go up against the Batman.
Yeah.
Not everybody is as stupid as the Warner Brothers, The Matrix, where they're going to come out right after Spider-Man. So there'll be a week off. But it is Paranormal Month.
It is. It's officially March, and my new show starts.
Yes, on Monday. So there's a lot of content that will be out there, ghost related. So check that out. And until the next.
See ya.